What is going on, everybody? Project Rod here, and it is time for the Monster Truck Diecast Drag Race Christmas Showdown here on the channel. Finally, it's the day after Christmas. Merry Christmas. I hope everybody had a fantastic holiday. Unfortunately, I had some scheduling issues, but we're here now. And Calavera is here with us, Curry Gaming 8301, looking to go back-to-back after being the Thanksgiving Showdown winner. We also have April Summers and Nightstorm, the runner-up of both the Halloween and Thanksgiving Showdown here, and Soldier Fortune, the winner of the Halloween Showdown. Umboji not behind the wheel this time around, but still here trying to get a second title on that truck. This is the track for today's competition of the Christmas Showdown. We have Scoops and Roland on standby now. There's a lot of snow on the track though, so that's kind of affecting them right now, as well as Ranger Rescue, as well as all the crowd on one side, at least the majority of them on one side, as some of the others on the opposite side. So hoping for no casualties this time around. We also have the big man watching over everybody to see who's going to be the Christmas Showdown champion. So 32 trucks, one winner. Let's see what's going to happen. Here's the track as we have our first race lined up and ready to go. At the top, we have Bad Habit and War Machine ready to go. So let's take a look at the racing bracket for today's competition. Again, 32 trucks on today's bracket. So at the end of this, we're going to have one standing in the middle. So let's find out and see who's going to advance to round two, as we have War Machine and Nitro Studios and Bad Habit in the Camera 9785. Let's see who's going to take the first race. They're both pretty good. War Machine with a lead, but flipping over after the crush cars. Bad Habit taking the win. A spill again for War Machine. Very unfortunate, as Nitro Studios is out and the Camera 9785 and Bad Habit will be moving on to round two. Next up, we have Monster Dalmatian and Jason Craddock 4387 and Team Ice Earthshaker and Arcanine 59. Let's see who's going to take this one. Pretty even so far. The snow not affecting either one. They're going to make it all the way to the finish, but Team Ice Earthshaker is going to take the win and move on. Monster Dalmatian Mercury Mud, is out of the racing competition, so huge win for Earthshaker, an unfortunate loss for Monster Dalmatian. Let's move on to the next race. It's going to be Yellow El Toro Loco and Titan Thunder versus Angel Garcia in Bulldozer. The two bulls battling it out in round one. Let's see who's going to take the win. Again, pretty even going down the racetrack, but Bulldozer flying to the finish and taking a win, almost running over the Gingerbread Man here at the finish, so almost taking him out, but not enough. Unfortunate for Yellow El Toro Loco. He is out of the competition. Next race is going to be Daniel the Fireball Murray in King Sling and Harry Plays 41 in the Black Pearl. Let's see what's going to go on here. Black Pearl with a lead. King Sling giving it a wheelie, but giving it too much, and it's going to cost them the race. So Daniel once again San Diegoing it again. Unfortunate. A beautiful debut for King Sling. Love the truck, but it's going to be Black Pearl. Who's going to be on top? Now we have two Avengers facing off here. It's Matt Johnson and Iron Man versus Ant Gamer and Thor. Who's going to be the Avenger on top? Here we go again. An even race going down the straightaway, but it's going to be Thor taking it all the way to the finish, as Matt Johnson unfortunately wasn't able to make it. Thor, though, almost taking out the Gingerbread Man. But again, Iron Man is out of the competition. Maybe this crush car here had something to do with it. Maybe it slowed him down a bit. Who knows? Moving on to the next race, we have Brenda Lechman in Thunderoris and Undead Elkins in Soldier Fortune. Soldier Fortune, again, a championship truck, as this truck won the Halloween Showdown. Let's see if he has the same magic as he did then. Thunderoris giving it way too much. A beautiful sky wheelie, but gave it too much, costing them the race. Undead Elkins in Soldier Fortune will be progressing to the next round, though those ruts over there may be affecting this race. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see as we progress. Here comes Bog Hog and Brian Webb against Speaker Mike 02 in Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid. Here we go. Pretty even on the straightaway again, but Bog Hog slowing down. It looks like one of the crush cars got in the way. Bakugan Dragonoid, Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid. Moving on to the next round. Again, Bog Hog debuting here for the first time, but that crush car and that ramp getting in his way. Those ruts might be causing an issue. We're going to go ahead and get Roland out here onto the track to get that straightened out for the rest of the competition. But at this point, everything is set in stone, and we're going to continue with the racing competition as the next race is getting ready to go. It's going to be Team Ice Dragon versus Ghost Crew Megalodon, Monster Jam Fan 21 versus Pilor 89. Is it going to be the Meg or the Dragon? Let's see it. Meg with a huge lead over Dragon, and he's going to cut off Dragon at the finish. So Megalodon will be moving on. Had he not cut Dragon off, Dragon would have definitely taken that win. So a little bit of a collision, but everybody's okay and ready to go. Looks like the track fixing that really helped both sides. So we're at the halfway point of the bracket. Our 8 trucks so far, or half of our 16 trucks that are going to be moving on to round 2 are ready to go. We got 8 more left to advance to round 2. Let's go ahead and start it off with Night Storm and April Summers versus Bounty Hunter and Lizard. Both of these trucks been here since the beginning, and Night Storm has been the runner-up twice. So let's see if she can advance and hopefully take this all, but a close race to start here the second half of round 1. A very close race. We're going to go to the replay, and it looks like Night Storm may have got there first. We're going to go to a slow-mo, and you can't really see Bounty Hunter, but you can see that Night Storm's tires are the only one on the finish line. So April Summers and Night Storm moving on to round 2 to hopefully get another opportunity at this championship. So a huge win for April Summers and a very unfortunate win for Lizard. And Bounty Hunter, he'll be moving on to the Monster Jam Garage with the rest of the losing competitors so far. Let's go all ahead and get started with the next race. It's going to be Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune and Vassilax versus Riley Strider in Team Ice Monster Dalmatian. And a huge lead for Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune, and he's going to ride it all the way to the finish, baby, getting that win. Moving on to the next round, unfortunately, Riley Strider and the Team Ice Monster Dalmatian is out of the competition. So 2 debuting trucks, only one of them moving on to the next race. Now we have Nick Morkes in Whiplash versus MMJ Producer and Team Ice Northern Nightmare, another debuting truck, but Whiplash is the preseason champion, and it looks like he's going to take it all the way to the win, to the end. Team Ice Northern Nightmare, a beautiful wheelie off of the jump, but it may have cost him the race, as Whiplash will be moving on to the next round. Now we have Aiden Richards in Monster McGolden versus Cecily 96 in Zombie. Let's see who's going to take it. Pretty even so far. Dalmatian has been great so far this season, and a beautiful win for Monster McGolden. Again, he's been pretty much in the top 4 the past couple times, so a great outing for the Golden Truck. And we move on to the next race. It's going to be Green Joe Buff and Ghost Crew Gravedigger and Diecast Mayhem in Max D Gold. And they're off. Green Joe Buff with a huge lead over Max D Gold, and he's going to ride it all the way to the finish as Max D Gold rolls over. And I'm hearing now that Scoops has not made it out to the track, as he's having some stalling issues with the snow and all this freezing. So we're looking at the ruts now. We might be able to get Roland out here to clean that up. I don't know if those ruts had anything to do with Max D losing, but we're going to have to wait and see. Here comes Driftboy 912 in Captain America versus Trip Racing and Avenger. It's Avenger versus Avenger here in this race, and it's going to be Captain America taking the win all the way to the end. So an Avenger won over the Avenger here in this race. A great race for both trucks, but Driftboy 912 and Captain America will be moving on to the next round. Here comes Ghost Crew Blue Thunder and Diecast Customizer Walker versus Taz 2009 and the Gravedigger 25th Anniversary Body Truck. Here we go. Blue Thunder a slight lead, a truck length lead, and he's going to take it all the way to the finish as he knocks out Taz 2009 and Gravedigger Blue Thunder. Ghost Crew Blue Thunder, a huge win. Moving on to the next round. Unfortunate for Gravedigger 25th, he is out of this competition. Now, the moment we've been waiting for, Calavera and Curry Gaming 8301 versus Lord of O's in Lucas Stabilizer. Can Calavera move on and hopefully go back to back? There's only one way we're going to find out. It all comes down to this race. Can he move on to round 2? Here we go. Pretty even on the straightaway. Lucas Stabilizer with a lead, but he's flipping over at the finish, costing him the race. Calavera will be taking the win, and a huge win for Calavera. Again, Lucas Stabilizer, he had the lead. He was right there, but he flipped. But I don't know. Maybe he made it to the finish. Maybe he got that tire right at the finish line before Calavera did. We're going to have to check out the replay before we make the official call. And there it is. He did touch the finish line, but I don't think he beat him there. Here comes the super slow-mo cartwheeling. No, Calavera getting that tire in before Lucas Stabilizer did. So Calavera will be moving on to round 2. Another chance to go back-to-back after taking the Thanksgiving Showdown. Lucas Stabilizer is out of the competition. So we have our next 8 trucks moving on to round 2. So we've gone from 32 trucks to 16 trucks. So taking a look here at the Monster Jam Garage, these 16 losing trucks are now here and watching the rest of the show, watching the rest of this play out, as the other 16 trucks that are advancing to round 2 are on the track. It's going to be a great race. Now we're going to go from 16 to 8 trucks. We're going to lead off with Earthshaker and Bad Habit, and then follow this pattern as we go on here. As you can see, Night Storm is still has an opportunity here, as well as Calavera getting that huge win over Lucas Stabilizer, so a huge opportunity for them to go back-to-back. But Nightstorm going against a rival here, Soldier Fortune. It's not the same Soldier Fortune, but still a Soldier Fortune of some type of fashion. Here you go. Here's Roland getting the track ready to go and ready for racing, removing all the ruts. But we have a snowstorm in between the rounds, and more snow has come on the track. So hopefully it doesn't affect any of the racing here as we get more snow along the straightaway as well. We're going to have to wait and see if that plays any sort of role in this round. So again, here's the racing bracket for round 2. We've gone from 32 to 16. Let's go ahead and lead it off with the Camera 9785 in Bad Habit versus Arcanine 59 and Team Ice Earthshaker. Let's see it. Earthshaker with a lead, I'm sorry, and a pretty close finish. But who got there first? I think it was Bad Habit. And we're going to take a look at a replay here, and it is Bad Habit getting half a tire length in before Team Ice Earthshaker. So the Camera 9785 lives to race another day. Earthshaker is out of the competition. Here is the next race. It's Angel Garcia in Bulldozer versus Harry Plays 41 in the Black Pearl. Here we go. Black Pearl with a slight lead, and it's going to be a really close finish. Another close finish here in round 2. But I think Bulldozer may have taken that one. We're going to go ahead and take a look at a replay before we make a final call. So here we go. Here's a replay. Unfortunately, our finish line cam is not working, but as you can see there, clear as day, Bulldozer is the winner. And Angel Garcia will be moving on to round 3. A great race by Harry Plays 41 and Black Pearl, but it wasn't enough to take the win. Here comes Ant Gamer and Thor versus Undead Elkins in Soldier Fortune. Let's see who's going to take this win. Thor with a huge lead. Soldier Fortune flipping over and landing on top of Thor as he crosses the finish line. So, wasn't too violent of a crash, but still a dangerous situation to be in. Unfortunately, Scoops and Ranger Rescue still stalling, so we can't get them out here to help us out. We're going to figure something else out in the meantime, but Soldier Fortune right there, as you can see in the slow-mo, flipping over and landing on Thor, but everybody's okay. I'm getting word now. We're good to go, and we're good to continue. Speaker Mike 02 now in Team Ice, Bakugan Dragonord, and Pilor 89 in Ghost Crew Megalodon. Who's going to take the win here? Megalodon with a lead. Going to the finish. No, Team Ice, Bakugan Dragonoid is going to come in from behind and take the win away from Pilor 89 in Ghost Crew Megalodon. Here's the replay now. Megalodon all the way, but he kind of whipped towards the end there after the crush cars, and that cost him the race. So Bakugan moving on, as now we have April Summers and Nightstorm versus Vasilax in Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune, her ultimate rival, as she lost against a Soldier Fortune truck in the Halloween Showdown in the championship race. Ghost Crew all the way so far, and it's going to be Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune knocking out Nightstorm. So Nightstorm will not be making it to the final round once again. Unfortunate for April Summers, as her racing is being cut short here in round 2 of the Christmas Showdown. Soldier Fortune taking Nightstorm out once again. Nick Morkey's now in Whiplash versus Aiden Richards in Monster Mug Golden. Who's going to take this next run? Both pretty even on the straightaway, and it's going to be Whiplash. Golden unfortunately had a little bit of a bicycle going on there, and I feel like that's what cost them the race. Very unfortunate. Great racing, but it was Whiplash in the end who took the win. Here we go. The next race is going to be Ghost Crew Gravedigger and Green Joe Buff against Driftboy 912 in Captain America. Who's going to take it? Ghost Crew Gravedigger with a huge lead and another close finish for both trucks. I'm not sure who took it. We're going to have to go down to the replay because that is too close to call, and it's going to be Captain America. No secret there, taking the win by half a tire length. So Driftboy 912 lives to race another day. Green Joe Buff, unfortunately, is out of the racing competition. Now the next race, Galavera and Curry Gaming 8301 versus Diecast Customizer Walker in Ghost Crew Gravedigger. Can Galavera move on and get that much closer to going back-to-back? Blue Thunder with a huge lead over Galavera, and he's going to take him out. So we're going to have a new winner here in the Showdown Series. Blue Thunder, Ghost Crew Blue Thunder knocking out Calavera and Curry Gaming, so he is done. He only made it to round 2. This is the racing bracket. After all that is said and done, we've gone from 32 to 16 to 8. And in those 8, Curry Gaming and Calavera is out. So we're going to have a new winner. There's Calavera joining the rest of the losing competitors in the Monster Jam Garage. Very unfortunate, but some great racing throughout this whole thing. But at least he has the title under his belt, so that's always a plus. But we are now down to our 8 final competitors. We're going to lead it off with Bulldozer versus Bad Habit, then Bakugan, Team Ice Bakugan versus Thor, Whiplash versus Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune, and Ghost Crew Blue Thunder versus Captain America Soldier Fortune. Not necessarily the same Soldier Fortune, but Whiplash here is the preseason showdown winner, so maybe he can actually get an actual championship and not a preseason one. We're going to have to wait and see as Roland is out and getting the track prepared for the next round of racing here in the Christmas Showdown. Again, the bracket one more time before we start round 3. Who's going to be our first semifinalist? It's going to be Bad Habit in the Camera 9785 versus Bulldozer and Angel Garcia. Let's see it. Pretty even on the straightaway, and looks like they both got there at the same time. It's another close race. We're going to have to look at the replay and see if we can determine who a winner is, and it looks like they both got there at the same time. Bad Habit is slightly over the finish line, but Bulldozer is touching the finish line. Unfortunately, our finish line cam is not working again. We're having some errors here. So we're going to rerun the race because that is the closest race we've had so far. They're switching sides. Pretty even once again, but it's going to be Bulldozer taking the win here. Angel Garcia moving on to the semifinal rounds. Taking a look at a replay here right there. Clear as day. Bulldozer took the win this time around. Bad Habit, unfortunately, out of the competition. Here comes Ant Gamer and Thor versus Speaker Mike 02 and Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid. Who's going to race Bulldozer in the semifinal round? It's going to be, I think it was Bakugan Dragonoid getting there just before Thor. He slowed down before the finish as Thor continued to accelerate. We're going to have to take a look at a replay here. And right there, clear as day, there is a tiny gap between Thor and the finish line. So a quarter, even an eighth of a tire length win for Bakugan Dragonoid and Speaker Mike 02. He'll be moving on to the semifinal round. Here comes Vasilax and Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune versus Nick Morkis in Whiplash. Who's it going to be? Soldier Fortune, a huge lead. Whiplash tumbling over and losing the race. As we take a look at a replay, not sure exactly what went wrong here, but they have lost the race, and Vasilax and Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune will be moving on to the semifinals. So who's going to be our final semifinalist? Driftboy 912 and Captain America, or Diecast Customizer Walker in Ghost Crew Blue Thunder? Pretty even. Blue Thunder with a lead. Captain America getting a sky wheelie, but giving too much as Blue Thunder is going to take the win. And that final spot in the semifinal rounds, a beautiful sky wheelie for Captain America, but it was too much and it cost him the race. So we've gone from 32 to 16 to 8. And now our 4 semifinalists is going to be Bulldozer and Bakugan versus Ghost Crew for the second race. Here we go. Whiplash now joining the rest of the losing competitors in the Monster Jam Garage. Great racing for everybody all the way around. All of these drivers did a fantastic job, but these 4 were just that much more better. And we're going to lead it off with Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid against Bulldozer, and then Ghost Crew against Ghost Crew between Soldier Fortune and Blue Thunder. It's going to be a great semi-final round. Again, taking a look at the bracket one more time as we are down to our final 4. So make your predictions down below on who you think is going to be our Christmas Showdown winner. And let's go ahead and get started with the first semi-final round. Angel Garcia versus Speaker Mike 02. Who's going to take the win? It's going to be another close race, but I think Bakugan clearly took that win. Taking a look at a replay here. There it is, a little bit more than a tire length lead. Team Ice, Bakugan Dragonoid, and Speaker Mike 02 taking the win. Angel Garcia and Bulldozer is out of the competition and will be racing for that third place spot. Here comes Ghost Crew against Ghost Crew with Vasilax and Soldier Fortune versus Diecast Customizer Walker in Blue Thunder. Here we go. Soldier Fortune a slight lead. No, Blue Thunder making up the ground, and he's going to take the win all the way to the end. Soldier Fortune losing his footing after the crush cars and flipping over. Let's go ahead and take a look at a replay. Not sure what went wrong here. Just an awkward jump that sent him cartwheeling over and costing him the race. So Blue Thunder moving on to the championship round, and we have our 2 finalists between Team Ice Bakugan and Ghost Crew Blue Thunder. A fantastic matchup for the championship race. So 30 trucks in the Monster Jam Garage with 2 left on the track. And again, it's Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid that's going to go up against Ghost Crew Blue Thunder. 2 great drivers that have done an amazing job here and are looking for their first ever win. But before we get there, we're going to have a race for third place between Bulldozer, and Ghost Crew Soldier Fortune. Angel Garcia versus Vasilax. Let's see who's going to get that third place spot. Vasilax and Soldier Fortune with a huge lead, and he's going to take the win as he is now our third place contestant here in this competition. Bulldozer and Angel Garcia getting that fourth place spot, both trucks. Amazing jobs today. But now it's time for our final round. Speaker Mike 02 and Team I's Bakugan Dragonoid versus Diecast Customizer Walker in Ghost Crew Blue Thunder. You know how it goes. Best 2 out of 3. Who's going to take the first race? Blue Thunder with a huge lead and getting to the finish line first. And he touched the finish line before Bakugan did. Here's the finish line cam right there. Boom, hitting the finish line first. Bakugan didn't even make it to the finish line. So, the Blue Thunder getting an early lead. Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid has a lot of ground to cover, as this race could be his final one. So, switching lanes, it's him on the right side and Bakugan on the left side. Bakugan needs to win this race if he wants to stay alive. Let's see what's going to happen. Blue Thunder with a huge lead once again, but a big old jump is going to cost him the race. It looks like he went for a little bit of a sky wheelie, and that cost him some precious time. Bakugan Dragonoid getting the win, so they are now tied 1-1. That crush car may have been the whole cause of this. Who knows? But before we get to the championship race, you already know how it goes. Hopefully, we have a better outcome this time around in the Thanksgiving Showdown, and we don't. This is starting to get embarrassing. We really need to. We're gonna have a talk with our promoter, because this little bit of sideshow action is just not it. We're definitely gonna fire a promoter after this. This is not the vibe here. Let's just move on to the championship round. Let's see who's gonna win this whole thing. All right, it comes down to this: 1-1. Speaker Mike 02 against Diecast Customizer Walker. Who's gonna take the win? And it's going to be Blue Thunder, Ghost Crew Blue Thunder, and Diecast Customizer Walker taking the win over Team Ice Bakugan Dragonoid. So, Ghost Crew Blue Thunder and Diecast Customizer Walker is your winner of the Christmas Showdown. And again, it was a race won by inches. Look at that. He just barely cut off Bakugan Dragonoid, taking that win away. So, 32 trucks. And out of those 32 trucks, we have our one winner. It was an amazing race for everybody, but in the end, it was our lone winner here, Ghost Crew Blue Thunder and Diecast Customizer Walker, with a huge win, being your Christmas Showdown champion. So it was a great race all the way around, a great competition, lots of fantastic races, and I just want to say thank you to everybody who signed up for this. Thank you for signing up. Thank you for watching. Thank you for everything. It was an amazing competition. I enjoyed this so much. The big man here watching this whole thing, it was fantastic. I had a lot of fun. Huge congratulations, Diecast Customizer Walker, on a huge win. Luckily, no casualties, as our fans or our crowd over here is on the sidelines. It was a lot of fun. I hope everybody had a Merry Christmas and a great holiday. But you know how it goes. It's tradition here. The winner has to smash something to pretty much be like a victory lap here. So let's see Blue Thunder and Diecast Customizer Walker smash through this RV and a present, and an amazing way to top off his championship. So huge congratulations to him once again. Thank you everybody for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Big things to come. Thank you guys so much for watching.
Don't think I forgot about Ranger Rescue. Ranger Rescue to the rescue. Yeah. All right, Santa. We're gonna give this a shot. You're so far the best one that has sat in this truck, or in a truck. The last two have gotten horribly wrong. So let's do this right. Let's go. Whoa. We did it. First take, but Santa face planted, and we have a casualty. Oh no, Santa took somebody out. Santa, are you okay? Oh man, I don't know how we're gonna explain this one. Santa is a crowd killer now. It's official. Hashtag crowd killer Santa. Oh no.